Bangkok is now in a state of emergency. The new decree was imposed at 4 a.m. this morning in an effort from the Thai government to quell the growing support of the latest protest movement. The state of emergency places a ban on gatherings of any more than 5 people. The tough new security laws, put in place early this morning, are the latest effort of the government and the police to short-circuit the current protest movement that continues to call for a change in government, the stepping down of the Prime Minister, parliamentary and constitutional reform. The early morning announcement prompted thousands of crowd control police in riot gear to move from Phitsanulok Road to the intersection near Government House, pushing protesters out of the area. At the time, there were only a few hundred of the protesters still on site. Thousands of others had moved on after yesterday's march. At this stage, at least 4 people have been formally arrested, but many more have been detained by police and may result in charges. This morning's decree was made after protesters, pushing their way through barricades as they made their way to Government House yesterday afternoon, set up camp last night, announcing they would stay there until their demands were met. The state of emergency effectively ends the street protests, the latest movement, which started back in August, with a gathering of around 10,000, unveiling a 10-point manifesto that included, controversially, the reform of the country's revered monarchy. The announcement was accompanied by a document laying out measures taking effect from 4 a.m. this morning to ban any large gatherings and empowering police and officials to ban people from entering any area. The latest decree also bans the publication of news or online messaging that could harm national security. The statement says the government acted after demonstrators obstructed a royal motorcade. In part, it says it's extremely necessary to introduce an urgent measure to end the situation effectively and promptly to maintain peace and order. It went on to say, publication of news, other media and electronic information that contains messages that could create fear or intentionally distort information, creating misunderstanding that will affect national security or peace and order. Riot police then moved in on the protesters, advancing behind shields. By this stage, thousands of the earlier rally crowds had already dispersed. Protesters did their best to resist arrest and used trash cans and some of the barricades that had cordoned off the area, but they were outnumbered. At its peak, it's thought that yesterday's protest had attracted up to 10,000 people. We'll bring you all the latest news at thethaiger.com.